Hello, and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. Today, I'd like to showcase a couple ships I've been working on. This one, first of all, is my new dropship, the Obtuse Goose. It's meant to replace the Donkey, and it's the whole reasoning behind it is it's slightly larger and it has a proper refinery and not just an arc furnace. It's more of like it's interplanetary, has a jump drive. I think the jump drive is over 2,000, might even be over 3,000. I think it's over 2,000. Almost 2,000. Okay. And I don't think there's that much cargo in here. Like it's probably empty. Well, there's some uranium. Oh, some weapons. Oh, lots of uranium. Let's go. Anyway, it would be mass, grid mass. And the mass now. Well, whatever. It has some cargo. I don't think, it probably has ice in it. They usually put like a lot of ice. I didn't know. Okay. Well, so that's that range would go down, obviously, but it has two jump drives. It has lots of very swifty stuff going on in here. We have a lot of setup still before it's fully finished. Like I don't have all this stuff all set up yet. The LCDs are just blank yet. But this is my little the Goose. It's bigger, better, stronger than the Donkey. And not a warship by any means. It's clearly a little cargo. It has a large cargo container. Yes, it does. And it has enough thrust to carry quite a lot of weight, so it's definitely atmosphere capable. More so even than the Donkey, I would say. This is the escape pod, which is docked in a not very convenient way, but it's the Hayabusa, which I might change the name of that at some point because the name's probably taken, but this is my little small ship here. It's just wee. Has a parachute, so it can be used to land on planets, but I don't think it has the power to take off, even with it. The ice-fueled hydrogen is not 100% in survival mode, okay? But it has a little extra boost. Yeah, so that's the Goose. It's got some defensive turrets on it. It's not too shabby. You even got rocket turrets on there, and it's quite dorky looking. Now, this is new. So, you've seen the Shadow Phoenix. This is here for testing purposes. That's the Make 3. It's got wheels for landing gear. It's quite awesome, I think. But this is my new pride and joy. It's a battleship. I've always wanted a battleship like this now. Let me show you its features. You have some clusters of rocket turrets. This one's ridiculous. It has all these Gatling turrets up front. We have on the sides these wings with more turrets, more thrusters. Got lots of thrusters in the back, and it's fairly powerful ship. It's all heavy armor. This has gravity drive, it does, and it has a huge gun, which is also a battering ram. Alright, so this is one design. Now there's another design. Careful. Yeah, so this is the Vaporizer 2 missile. This is my contest winning. I got second place on the contest making a station that fired very large warheads at a base on a Titan moon. Now this is the second version of my vaporizer missile, never before seen. and it's not on the workshop, and it never will be. I'm not going to show you how it works. It's just bigger, better. Well, actually, it's shorter. It's more compact, but it's better. And anyway, I'm not going to give the tour of this ship because this is just my first version. And so what the thing is about this is it can project a hologram of the vaporizer missile, but it can't weld one up. No. Astronauts would have to take, probably like a couple hours to weld one up. It's stupid, okay? It sucks. And you can fire one and you can nuke the crap, like it can blow a hole in a large battleship in no time. You know what, I'm gonna do a test fire. I wanna see my gravortex, also never before seen on the workshop or on YouTube at all. This has never even been shown. This is a very nice battleship. Also, I'm never going to build this in survival. It's very expensive. I don't want to say never. I'm going to put a nice and fire. I'm going to paste that little laggy thing in there, and I'm going to bomb it with this just to demonstrate the power. Now this is a work in progress. Now it's a shame to show you because I'm going to show you the better version. Yes, the better version is coming. It's here. This was a iteration prototype. It's not the finished product, and there's a lot of reasons. Yeah, this is garbage. Oh, no. Remove it. This is such garbage, this. Don't know why that's broken. I'm just going to remove that. Sorry about this, I should have. They're armed. Okay. Just got to make sure that they're armed. This is not. Yeah, that's the one. Alright. So, that battleship right there, it's all heavy armor. It's a massive, excellent. I love it. Okay, so these nacelles, they have gravity drives, and they're manually controlled because I haven't configured a script on it to do it, but you can use them to maneuver as well as to go fast and to go backwards. They don't go up or down, they just go forward or backwards, but it's fun. Anyway, it's a shame to blow this up in the middle here. There's some really cool stuff in the middle. I know this is a weak point, and the bridge is roughly right. Anyway, I'll fire this thing. Let's already fire. Yep, wow, okay, good. Oh yeah, spins up. You hear it? Okay. This is gonna be great. My rocket's still firing, it's just okay into the camera. This is weird how I didn't have it. Wow, it's really off course. Okay, I gotta figure my shit out. Come on. Really, it's very off course. Strange. And the beacon turned on, that's not good. Why did I have the beacon on it? This really... Oh, it hit. And... that's crazy. So... It punched a bit of a hole, but that's underwhelming, isn't it? And that thing's spinning out of control. Okay, stupid, right? Anyway, that's a very heavily armored ship. It doesn't look damaged. It is... Wait, that torpedo didn't blow up. Garbage. Very much so. Garbage. Anyway. That was weird. That really shouldn't happen that way. Bad demonstration. Should have blown up. Anyway, I'm going to show you the better one. What in the heck? That. I know what that is. I changed. Okay. Let's fix my stupidity. I changed it. I didn't notice I severed it. Oh god. So these are parts for my ship. Oh, this is embarrassing, but I'm just wanting to show you what I built so that we can. That first. Okay. This is so. I switched the wings from heavy armor to light armor because they're more or less just decorative. And I guess I cut these little things free. So just let me paste them back on. That's really embarrassing. They weren't really needed, but I assure you, my building skills are good. I messed up. So I guess I cut them fully off at one point so they became separate. Sure hope that all the blocks are in place. I will double check that at some point. But those are now light armor for the wings. I thought they're not protecting much, just thrusters and, well, I guess hydrogen tanks are in there, but there's like 6 hydrogen tanks. And it doesn't need hydrogen to work this thing at all. It just helps. Now, this ship has pretty weak side thrust and up and down thrust. It has mostly forward backward thrust, and it only has forward and backward gravity drive. It proudly wears our faction's initials. It looks pretty badass to me. So I'm gonna hop inside. So in here, there's these welders, you'll notice. And they're on pistons there. I know, pistons aren't always super good, but the whole front half of the ship is just a battering ram. Like, it's an intentional design feature about this ship. This is the nearly complete, it's just, right now it's just called F. I know, it's a very interesting name. Very cool. The F now has one of these fancy hangars, a 5x4 opening. So let me go through its features. Something that you might find a little crazy about such a massive ship is the jump range is really good. And it does have some cargo. Now that's going to go down because it's going to be loaded with components. Printing, yes, it'll be printing torpedoes. And anyway, so this one I'm going to give you more of a tour. This we have a med bay, we have cryopods. There's this. Doesn't say what it's going to say yet. We have actually at least one script is definitely being used, and there's going to be more maybe. So we have. I'm still doing some testing. I'm not sure if it's going to keep 6 reactors. I might downgrade it a bit to some small reactors. Tune it in so it's has what it needs. Has a gravity engine that's actually quite powerful. It's just 15 linear drives, okay? I was thinking if I switched into spherical, it could sort of act as shielding against anyone with grav cannon or anything like that. We have over here, it's all like mirror-ish. We have 2 refineries. One is geared for speed, and on the opposite side there's one that's geared for yield. Say I find platinum, I got all day, I can leave it running all night. I want to refine all that ore, I use the yield refinery for my platinum. So that's the plan with that. 4 to 6 of these timer blocks are being used. There's 2 spare ones not being used yet. There's another mid bay down in engineering. I guess I didn't give you the full tour, but it's fairly simple layout. There's 3 sections: the middle hangar, front is the gun, the back is the engine and everything else. And yeah, so hope my enemies aren't watching this. Now they know roughly where the things are, but this is the really cool part. So I have an adjustable group of gravity engine. I don't need to demonstrate that. What I want to demonstrate is the firepower. So I select the obtuse goose, and this is dead accurate, this one. And just hit the 6 button, and it takes care of everything for me. So these welders, the projector, everything welds up, it takes its time. You can watch it derp around in here while it detaches, and for some reason it usually lags before it fires. I don't know fully why that is, but there's a lot of grids in this world, so it's not at. Oh yeah, there goes just scraping the bottom. It's fine. Wait, oh yeah, the beacon, it turned on this one too. Oh, it was off. And now the reason this has a beacon is because it is for the ETL. It's a different version of my torpedo. And it's for the Increase the Lag server. So I could hit 6 again. I could print another torpedo. I don't have to wait for it to hit it. But I just want to see this, see how much damage it can do to the obtuse goose. Should be fairly impressive, I'd imagine. Obtuse goose is just light armor. It is a buff goose, it is. Let's see what happens. Any of my atmosphere capable ships tend to be light armor. Makes it a lot more efficient. Oh my, yeah, that went right through. That's a good damage. Huh. I bet you it could do that to the Shadow Phoenix as well, actually. Some parts of it are heavy armor, I forget exactly what parts, but let's just go for taking out somewhere in the middle here. That's quite the view. Looking right down the thruster. It's all in line, like everything about this, very accurate. I didn't need to fiddle with any offsets in the custom data. Whiplash is a genius. I love his scripts. Weirdly, it's taken. Oh, see that? That's just different. There's a real thinking moment for space engineers when oh my god, it hit the sides. Careful, torpedo, careful. Anyway. Now this one, the beacon didn't turn on. See, the only reason I thought I'd make a version of the torpedo with a beacon is for cleanup. What if the server's cleaning up right when I'm trying to fire on someone? Delete my torpedo? That sucks. So I thought about that, and I decided it's a long-range torpedo, it could be flying for a long time, but I don't want it to. It has only 1 thruster, 1 battery, 1 warhead. That's actually all I have, just 1, but it's large grid, and it's heavy armor. And normally it has a blast door block on the front, but now it's a beacon. Nice hole right there. Oh, it's weird camera glitch. Happens. Oh yeah, there's a hole. That's a good torpedo. But against this heavy armor battleship, I've made this. This is basically the same ship here. You've seen it. It's almost the same as what we're in right now. Let's see what happens to it. See if I can punch a hole right through that F. I might take a few torpedoes this time, so. I'll wait for it to clear the muzzle, sort of thing. I gotta rename all the blocks on this grid and make sure they're like not like camera 6. Camera 6, that's a dumb name. And like, you know, weird numbers because I delete and replace blocks. It's just not that cool, so I'm gonna send a couple torpedoes out this thing. It hesitates because I guess the welding speed may vary depending on depending on things like the world settings. You can change that all in the timer blocks, like automated. It's very heavy. Usually, there it goes. Strange. It's working a little differently. Maybe I'll hit this one. I know it's heavy armor, so we'll see what 3 of these babies will do. And these are sort of cheap torpedoes. It's just 11 blocks long, and it's pretty minimal. I'm just gonna fire this one last one, and I'm gonna zoom right in there, see what I've done damage-wise. It's 3, and it's so much more convenient because ship welds it up for me. Oh, are we off course? Oh no, I think it was on course. Good. I know that this will probably have wrecked that bridge. Let's just see for control what one torpedo would do to the ribbed armor at the back, because I'm pretty sure those 2 would have punched a hole in the bridge. So it's good to see how tough this armor is, because it punches right through the light armor ships and just punches right through them. With this heavy armor, I think will stand up a little better. And keep in mind too that the turrets could shoot these torpedoes down, so this is not you know, it seems like a great weapon, but you gotta keep that part in mind. They can be shot down, torpedoes. Oh yeah, so that seemed to have just basically blown up on the surface. Might have a little hole. Let's jump over there and have a look. Alright, so we are there. Okay, no, it did punch through. So one torpedo does go through the rib, and the 2 torpedoes busted a hole into the cryo area. Heavy armor is so good. Good, so that's neat. And this, so we have sustained pretty meaningful damage. A lot of jump drives are gone. Oh, and a large cargo. Yeah. But we'd be jumping out of here. Oh, that would be rough. Oh. Actually, damn. Should have made that thicker. Well, I left a gap because I didn't know if I wanted 2 layers of heavy armor. See, this gap here is to make everything accessible. I suppose I could make some pathways around here. This conveyor could be moved up, then there could be like a pathway along. Oh, but you could just access some of it. I do like having everything accessible. You know, it just is nice maintenance-wise. Especially if you did get hit, then you don't have to cut through your armor just to fix your ship. But 1 layer of heavy armor is pretty expensive on the scale too. Like 2 layers would be very expensive and heavy. That's a good point. I could check the... But these are good torpedoes, I guess. They get up to some speed. They're heavily armored. I guess they're 3x3 blocks cross-sectionally, but they're half blocks because I wanted to make it fit through a 3x3 opening. See, it's my trade secret. So I'm going to jump back over there to the good one. I just want to have a look at, I lightened it up, so I made the wings out of light armor now. So that, because they're really just, like they house thrusters and all, but like, this is mostly decorative, like the fact that it slopes way up here. I mean, that's a lot of mass, so change it to light. Light armor. So there's going to be a lot of finishing touches done to this. It's going to look really swanky when I'm done with it. Everything seems laggy in this world right now, like, just me. I have a big ship out there somewhere with one of those Phil's ship diagnostic thing. Really got to turn it off. That makes it a little bit. Oh yeah, so I'm looking for, I want to see what kind of acceleration I get. So I'm going to have this, I'll put it all the way forward, and then I'm going to turn it on and hit W at the same time. That's friggin' good. Stop it on this too. Yep, that's quick. What is that? Oh, that's my target egret vortex. Yes, it is. Let's, so that was a weird fail of that one, so I'm going to hit it with, this should be very resilient, but I'm going to try and punch a hole into the bridge. Oop, wrong button. Strange how now it doesn't like seem to ignite the thruster very quick. Very strange, but it does work. And now the beacon comes on sometimes too. Very freaking annoying. Oh, I have to go into my blueprint, go into the terminal of it, and I have to change the name of the beacon to not include the tag, and I think the script will totally ignore it, I hope. Yep, that would be at least a good idea. Anyway, this thing. Is that? Wait, there's no signal coming from it. Maybe that first torpedo worked better than it let on. Because it made it just not showing me what happened. That hit moved it. That's good. So these little torpedoes are definitely near effective. So I'm going to turn this. I'm just going to show you how good this is to ram with. How about this is just ram the bow. We can have a look at the damage. It should be a dent. Looks really strange from this far. Texture. Yeah, it's basically a dent. It's got a lot of It's fine. And didn't even break into the hangar. It's fine. Still have the main rocket turrets. That's all heavy armor up there. Oh. We didn't even fully lose the main weapon. Just gotta add some welders to it. Wow. Wait. Let's just try this. Did they break the welders? Oh, if this works. Ooh. Which army's gonna play with this? Warhead? It's a little funky. It's working. Oh my jeez. Gyroscope. Yeah, it does. This is working. That was kind of a good hit. Oh, it's cool. Oh, it is cool. It still works. Well, I hope this ship passes. I hope that you guys want to build this in survival, and I hope we can take over the galaxy one torpedo at a time, I guess. Let's see. Do we have pressurization? We do. Yeah. That was 104.38 meter per second ram, and heavy armor against heavy armor, and battle. I just want to have a look at my other one of my favorite ships to see how it fared. This side is the side that didn't get hit at all, so it'll be on this side. Oh yeah, got into the engine room. The cargo containers okay for that. Oh, and that's from the different missile that's in the ramming of it, maybe. It held up pretty good, but you can see into the bridge, I think. Oh, we lost some jump drives. Yeah, we're in the bridge now. This is not good. You can see into the bridge. Not a good day. Not a good day. That. Oh, actually. Those jump drives. One of them we lost. Interesting. And so if we lost only one jump drive, I betcha. So it has a lot of range. Well, this one doesn't have any such firepower like that, so I don't really want to build this one necessarily in the... It has a lot of good turrets, and it is fun. It's got a lot of hauling capacity, and it's pretty fun to fly. It's really cool in the interior, as you've seen. That interior thruster cathedral of large ion thrusters. It looks like it should thruster burn, but nothing gets thruster burned. They all just barely miss each other and pilot. Let's see if I can get you. Okay, what's the jump say? Oh, that's decent. Oh, no button. Mostly it works. Cool. Alright, well that concludes the missile testing for today. Thanks for watching. Hope we can build some good ships.